Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hope for the elect and the sincere Akian, pushing this word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. This Gms Plaintables camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Back out here another week to prophesy the downfall of this abominable and wicked kingdom, and to help wake the elect up who have been scattered through the four corners of the earth, mainly here in the Americas, who are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled bird that reside in the other nations, that look like the other nations. To you, we say Shalom. Today is the coronation, or the swearing in, of Prince Charles and Camilla, the king and the queen, has been sworn in for the British monarchy, which is basically a prominent Edomite family. But we already know who the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords is. And when he comes to establish his rulership on earth, every knee gonna bend, every neck gonna bow, and every knee gonna bend. Not just some people, not just his family, the whole world. So somebody get me on Isaiah 55 and 11.
Book of Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11, Ra. It reads, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please."
Yeah, the Lord's word do not go out void. It's going to accomplish that what he pleases. With that being said, Romans 14 and 11.
This is Romans chapter 14 and 11. "For it is written, as I live, saith the Most High, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to the Most High."
Yup, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Now somebody read this article for me.
This is an article off of CNN, all right, which this is concerning King Charles III has been crowned during the majestic and deeply religious, during a majestic and deeply religious ceremony at Westminster Abbey.
And we all know the Edomites are not religious, and there's nothing magical about the swearing in two Edomites. There's nothing magical about that, because during their swearing in ceremony, they probably was drinking adrenochrome or sacrificing little Israelite children to live. Read.
It says, after the service, the king and selected members of the royal family made a customary appearance on the Buckingham Palace balcony. A flypast of military aircraft was scaled back due to bad weather in London.
They aircrafts can't even fly through the ceremony because of bad weather.
Yeah.
And we all know when the chariots of the Lord come, there's no weather going to be able to impede their progress. Read.
It says police arrested a number of anti-monarchy protesters near the procession route.
It said police arrested some of the protesters. Now, what's going to happen to the people that try to protest when the Lord comes and establish his rulership? Somebody get me Luke 19 and 27. This was going to happen to all the protesters and all the naysayers, and all the people that's on the fence that don't know what they want to do when the Lord come back to establish his rulership.
This is the book of Luke 19 verse 27. It says, "For those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me."
Those mine enemies that wish that I should not reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Not arrest them and take them to a jail cell. Bring hither and slay them before me. Because the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is coming to establish his rulership and dominance over the whole globe. Not just Britain, not just a partial rulership, the whole globe. Somebody get me Revelation the 5th chapter and start from the top.
This is the book of Revelation 5 and 1. It says, "And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the back side, sealed with 7 seals."
Yeah, who is him? Yahweh, the Ancient of Days. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and it says, "And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book?"
Yeah, a strong angel proclaimed with a loud voice. Now, you got one angel that's strong enough to destroy this whole planet. So he proclaimed with a loud voice. Imagine how that sounds. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?
Was so-called King Charles able to open the book and loose the seals thereof? Go ahead.
Verse 3, and no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
Read that again. No man on earth, no man in heaven, no man where?
Yep, it says, and no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
No man on earth, under the earth, or in heaven was able to open the book or loose the seals thereof. So that means that King Charles is not a real king. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. Verse 5, and one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
The real monarchy coming from the line of the tribe of Judah. Because it's a monarchy that's going to rule this world. It's going to come from the seed of David, the seed of Abraham. That's the true monarchy that's going to be given dominion and power and rulership over this whole world. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book.
Prevailed to open the book. Go ahead.
And to loose the 7 seals thereof. Verse 6, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain.
Who was the lamb? Yahushua. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh, set forth into all the earth. Verse 7, and he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne.
Yeah, Yahushua came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat on the throne. You know, and they being able to read that book and open that book, it gives them power and dominion over the whole globe. Read.
Yep. Verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints.
Yeah, because every day when the saints pray, the angels put it in a censer and burn it before the Lord, pursuant to Revelation 8, the 8th chapter. Somebody get that? It started like the 3rd verse or something like that. Because our prayers don't go out in vain. You know, we might think that they do. You know?
It shouldn't.
Got it.
Go ahead, read that.
Revelation 8 and 3, it says, and another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne.
Yeah, who the saints? The saints are the Israelites, 148 and 14.
Psalms?
Yeah, Psalms 148 and 14, Baba Kashar. The saints are the Israelites. That's that monarchy that's going to, you know, have dominion and power and rulership. Yeah, okay, y'all read Revelation 8, 3 again.
God.
Baba Kashar.
God. Revelation 8 and 3, it says, and another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne.
Yeah, because that's what the saints' prayers go to the Lord, and they get burned before the Lord, you know, daily. And who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites, pursuant to Psalms 148 and 14.
It's book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14, and it reads, it says, he also exalted the horn of his...
means to lift up. Go ahead.
Yeah. He said he also exalted the horn of his people.
The horn is power. Lifted up his power. Go ahead.
The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Praise of all the saints, even of the children of Israel.
A people near unto him.
People
praise
near unto him.
Yahweh.
You know? Jump back to Revelation 5th chapter.
It's the book of Revelation 5, verse 9. And it says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood.
By the blood of Yahweh Shah. He came down here and sacrificed, was a living sacrifice for the elect of Israel, you know, for the remission of our sins, so that we can be in good graces with Yahweh Shah. Read.
It says, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and
look at that word kindred. I think it's Fule. It means tribe, a nation, out of every kindred, every tongue, and every nation. That word nation is the same thing, a tribe.
God. The Greek word is Fole.
It
says a tribe. In the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 tribes, or 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
Now look at the word nation.
It says nation, ethnos, a multitude associated or living together.
Of the same people of a particular kind.
It says a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus.
Yeah, did you see when in that so-called crowning, did you see any other nations standing beside King Charles and Queen Camilla? No, it was all Edomites up there. So when the Lord come back to establish his rulership, it's going to be all Israelites. That's rightfully so. And you didn't have a problem when you just sat there and watched King Charles get sworn in and do his little rituals. You didn't complain. So don't complain when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah come back and establish his rulership now. Keep going, keep reading now.
It says, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made us unto our God most high kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Yeah, he made us kings and priests, and we gonna reign on the earth. Lord willing, we be those men. And that's the spiritual representation of a king being crowned in the heavens. Now we're gonna get Daniel the 7th chapter and start at the 9th verse and read about the physical manifestation of that crowning here on earth.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9.
Yeah, get out your Bible.
Good.
When you get to it. Use that a search.
Yeah, I got it right here.
But y'all got to get y'all out of y'all. Like when y'all search, then read it out the scriptures. Make sure.
7 and 9. Daniel 7 and 9.
Like that. Daniel 7 and 9. Yep.
Better get it.
Yep.
Daniel's.
Bars all got it. He got it. Then,
all right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. It says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
What thrones? This kingdom right now. This beast system. The 7 heads and 10 horns. Asia Minor, Germania Minor, Rome, Greece, France, and Britain. And Britain is where the King Charles is being sworn in for a crown right now. That's a part of the beast system that's going to get cast down. Go ahead.
Yup. It says, Daniel chapter 7 and 9, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
Howard, the Ancient of Days did sit. Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Go ahead.
Verse 10, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000.
Yeah, because the chariots of the Lord are thousands upon thousands, and they're not going to be impeded by no bad weather when they come, you know, to establish his rulership on earth. Unlike Prince Charles' Air Force, it was raining, so you know the pilots couldn't see out the windows, so they decided to take off for the day. It's not going to happen when the chariots of the Lord appear here. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. the judgment was set and the books were open.
Judgment was set and the books was open. Was meaning the judgment being set that the day the kingdom is over with. The people gonna go into captivity and our people gonna be exalted. The horn of our people gonna be exalted over all other nations. That's the judgment being set. Go ahead.
Yup. It says verse 11. I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain.
Yup, that beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns was slain. Go ahead.
And his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. Verse 12. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time.
And that's their lives were prolonged for a season and time because they're going into captivity for a season and a time. To clean up all the dirt, all of the water you polluted, the air you polluted, the food you polluted.
See how they said chariots, right? Like the thousands of chariots. Like the Lord gonna come through like a force. It's like,
read that again out.
Yeah. Verse 12. It says, as concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away.
Dominion means rulership. Had their dominion taken away. What?
Yup. It says, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time.
Their lives going to be prolonged for a season and time to do all the grunt work. Saying the work that we doing now, we out here, we trash truck workers, we city workers, all the grunt work that we doing in your kingdom, you're gonna do in our kingdom.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came.
Yahweh-Shai, the one that was prevailed to open the book and loose the seals thereof. Go ahead.
Yup. It says, behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven.
The angels, the chariots, thousands upon thousands. Go ahead.
And came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. Verse 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and the kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him.
We already went to the word nations and kindreds, right? Go ahead.
Yep. It says his dominion is an everlasting dominion.
His dominion is the everlasting dominion. Go ahead.
Which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Verse 15.
That's it, Up.
Oh, okay.
Everlasting dominion, and his kingdom, and his rulership shall not pass away. Now we trying to figure out who those people that's going to be crowned when the Lord comes back, the elect of Israel. Somebody give me second Esdras 2 and started, I think it's like 42. Because he coming to set up his cabinet. Lord willing, we be those men, that reign with Yahweh-Shai when he established his kingdom. That's what this is all about. We come out here on the highways and the byways, we make ourselves a living sacrifice, to participate in that ceremony.
Second Esdras chapter 2 verse 42. I Esdras saw upon the Mount Zion,
Mount Zion, to Zion, the Lord's monument, Israel, but
a great people,
great people,
whom I could not number, and they all praised the
Lord.
Lord.
Because Israel can't be measured nor numbered. But
and they all praised the Lord with songs.
Those same songs they're speaking about in Revelation. But
and in the midst of them, there was a young man.
In the midst of them,
there was a young man of a high stature.
In the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature.
Taller than all the rest.
Taller than all the rest. Meaning there's a whole bunch of people out there, and you can see him because he's taller than all the rest. So imagine how tall that is.
Because Yahweh-Shai, like you said, he's higher than all men, right? He got what? He sit on the right hand of the Heavenly Father and such. So remember, that also shows we gotta worship Yahweh-Shai as well. All right, because he has that stature, he got that status. All right. The most renowned is given unto Yahweh-Shai, under, of course, the Most High Yahweh.
Yep, go ahead. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly.
Read it again now.
I'm going to start from the top. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. It was more exalted.
So what that mean? We're going to be kings too. Lord willing, we be those men. How shall going to crown us? A coronation, the great coronation for the elect of Israel, 144,000. Go ahead.
Which I marvel at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing.
Got those new bodies, put off the mortal clothing. Put off the immortal clothing. Got mortal clothing. Go ahead.
And put on the immortal.
No, Salaki. Put off the mortal clothing. Now we got on the immortal clothing. Go ahead.
And have confessed the name of the Most High.
We confess the name of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Now are they crowned and receive palms. So that's the reward for standing out here making your body a living sacrifice. You know, being a crown being placed on your head by the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, Yahweh Shai. Read.
Verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
So when King Charles got crowned today, he had a cabinet that he selected. That he gave out different positions to his cabinet. And when Yahweh Shai come establish his rulership, he also have a cabinet that he's gonna place crowns on their head, and we're gonna be kings and princes on the world, ruling it. You know what I mean?
Alright, you want a precept? Alright, it's the book of Isaiah, because remember, when Yahweh Shai come, he will have a mashara, or government. Alright? And he'll have the whole world under his control, mind control, right? Okay? So I believe that's in Isaiah chapter 9. Alright? And then you also, what's that? The book of Isaiah, where it talk about princes, kings shall be.
Isaiah 9 and 6.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6. And it reads, it says, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The 144,000. Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Yeah, because when Yahweh Shai established his rulership on earth, it ain't gonna be no more war no more. It's gonna be the Prince of Peace. It's not gonna be a reason to fight, because you're fighting a losing battle. Plus you're gonna beat your weapons into plowshares and do a lot of farming. But
y'all got the other precept, the other Isaiah ones I was talking about, the princes, the king shall be crowned. It's another one that goes with it. But if y'all can find it, I'm not sure if it's 32 and 1, maybe. Isaiah 32 and 1, baby. Isaiah 32 and 1. Yeah, get that. Isaiah 32 and 1. And precept with it, and then we'll keep going.
God, Isaiah 32 and 1.
Right.
It says, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Yeah, kings shall reign in righteousness, and a prince shall rule in judgment. Because when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. But when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. And the righteous, starting with Yahweh Shai, is coming here to establish his kingdom, and the people going to rejoice. Because the people is mourning right now. You go down Kensington, they through down there.
Yeah, it's fucking finished down there.
The morality of the people is at an all-time low. You got the crime rate is skyrocketed through the roof. You know, people just going into supermarkets and just taking shopping carts full of food and just walking up the store. It's all kind of people are mourning.
Yeah, they beasts out there. Like you go, which currently in this current government under Esau Edom and this beast system, you have it that they most of these different and the municipal or the city government, most of these new candidates, their main agendas is fighting crime and cleaning up the city. That's what they keep talking about and such. Because like the brother is mentioning, all the different iniquity that's going about. You know, it's depressing. This place is finishing through. Like the people, they completely destroyed. They unclean. This place unsanitary. You know, so this place actually do need, of course, a new government, a whole overhaul, the real true reform by the true reformer, the physician Yahweh Shai. All right? You know, to cut off this long disease. Okay? So, yep.
Because Babylon can't be healed. No matter what kind of ointment you put on his lips, you're not gonna, it's going to be chapped until the missiles come. You can't build back better here. The only people that's building back better are the elect of Israel.
Keep reading.
Yeah.
Con, Isaiah 32, I'm going to start at verse 1 again.
Yeah, 1, yep.
It says, Isaiah 32:1, Behold, the king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Right. Yeah, and them princes going to be, of course, you know, with the elect. Because remember, when Jacob wrestled the angel, he was what? He was called, you get that Genesis 35? The whole account. All right? So this is important. In our name, Israel, it relies the power. Because the power is with us. Genesis, I think it's 35. And, what's that? Genesis 35 and, or, no, Genesis, it might be 32. Pardon. 32 and 22. Yeah. Go to Genesis 32 and 22. Or you could go down more. But, yeah, start at 22. Fuck it. Yeah.
God, Genesis 32 and 22, it says, and he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Dabaq. And then it says, and he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. Verse 24, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Right. Now, angels is as, it can appear as men, right? So it's a Jacob, which Jacob, every brother know what Jacob mean, right? Supplanter, right? To get one over. Okay? He was wrestling with an angel. All right? A messenger from the power. Read on.
Yes, so Jacob was he do jujitsu.
Yeah, he do martial arts.
Exactly.
Wrestle. You know, even like one of the sons of Israel, which would be that's the tribe of what, the Argentinian, Naphtali in the English, Argentina to Chile. They mean what? Yeah, the brother said my wrestling, you know. But go on, you know, and we like I said, we fighters and such. Like we strive for the mastery, we strive for truth, righteousness, blessing. Read on.
God, it says Genesis 32 and 25, and when he saw that he had prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. Right. So that was a pretty damage, sustaining damage he got. You know, just imagine seeing a bone out the damn hip and stuff. You know what I mean?
That's like a femur, right?
Yeah.
That's one of like the worst bones you could break.
You know?
The most excruciating pain that you will ever feel in your life.
Right.
When you break your femur.
But Jake still endured. Keep going. Like I think, like I said, like kind of like your hip joint. Like your hip. Yeah. Okay.
Femur, bone right there in your femur.
Time. Yeah, go ahead.
Con, it says, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him.
Dislocated. Go ahead.
Verse 26, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, it says, and he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me.
Right. So you bless me, yo. So, hey, he was persistent. Jacob persistent, and that's within us as being Israelites. We're very persistent, right? When you're in this truth, you gotta overcome. You know, you gotta be a what's that? Manasseh, which is a conqueror. You know, an overseer, you know, a conqueror. That's what we are. We stewards. Okay?
Yeah, we're not like these present day rulers who set up rules and regulations, whereas though if you fight in another country, you get put, it's off limits to kill you. Now this week they sent a drone over top of the Kremlin to assassinate Putin, and he feels some kind of way. But you know, King David was on the front line. He said David killed, Saul killed thousands, and David killed hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, 10,000.
You know, so these current day rulers are not kings.
Yeah, because we
Right?
actually we gonna do the Etzamon king too.
Yeah, it's
Brother
okay.
get a Etzamon king.